Welcome, everybody, to the Five-Star Frogcast. I'm your host, Kevin Benet Amador, and unfortunately, Tyler is not able to make it on this week's episode of the Frogcast. He was such a fighting champion. He came back on last episode, surprisingly, and he came back from that hospital room he's in, tried his best to win that championship, keep it,
Oh,
and
no, make way. Make way for the true champ. The one, the only, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the Frogcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting to that, and then Tony here coming in. Just
Yeah. Let me get to it. Speak the truth. You got your guy over there, doesn't like to show up every week. You know what? I'll come in, I'll take the title off him, be the one true rightful champ. That's it.
Okay, some bold words here from Tony here, and obviously we thank you for coming on, as
Thank you.
always to the for Five-Star Frogcast. You're always welcome, and it's you are the champion. You did win. You beat him. Royal Rumble.
Fair and
It
square.
happened. Fair and square. You beat him.
Fair and square.
Fair and square. Um, you're a champion again. Obviously, I know you're
Thank you.
feeling good about that. You got the chamber
Yep.
coming up. We're gonna be there live, all three of us.
Can't wait.
Gonna be great. Got some great matches to talk about in the coming minutes here, and then obviously the Royal Rumble happened. You won the title. Good pay-per-view overall. Maybe a
That was
few.
good, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a few things could have gone better, but that's always how it's going to be. And there's always going to be something that people are going to say and have their opinion on. But overall, I thought both Rumble matches were solid.
Yep.
Maybe a few more hidden entrances, surprises could have been coming our way, but they didn't. And we got what we got, and it's fine.
It was stacked.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of filler.
No, and the thing I like, because Triple H has now really done two Rumbles, and I do like that he's using what he has, what he
Yes,
currently has on the roster, and it's a stacked roster.
it is.
Um,
He's got a lot to pick 30 people.
it's it's a great
It's hard to
roster.
get
Like, yeah,
it's hard
you
to get
don't,
those legends
yeah,
when you have such a big roster.
yeah.
The women's I think did you like the women's more than the men's or
I like the men's a little bit more.
yeah, I think the men's was more storytelling and
Yes,
the yeah, it was very good. The women's was more like I wouldn't say storytelling, but like there was like more exciting wrestling stuff like that.
yeah.
What did you think of the two winners?
So with Charlotte Flair, I mean,
Hmm.
we talked about it. She doesn't need it. She doesn't
No.
need a Rumble win to say, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge you." It could have been someone else. We were really close on our Iron Man and Woman. We
Yeah.
actually a few. Me and you were close of Io
Yep.
Sky and Liv Morgan, and then obviously ended up being Roxanne Perez, which is a great pick too. A choice by them to showcase her, and she'll be
Yes.
showcased again in the chamber, which will be awesome to see. Um, but again, like Charlotte Flair doesn't need it.
No.
She could have just shown up on the following SmackDown or something, been like done the whole pointing thing, and just there you go. That's her, and it would have made it cooler because it's a surprise return. This is not a surprise return. We knew she was coming back, right? You could have got a bigger
Yeah.
pop, I think. It adds something to SmackDown because obviously we wouldn't know this until after Royal Rumble, but Roman Reigns is not on television right now. You need views.
Mhm.
That's a way you could get views. And Triple H would have known that ahead of time because he, everything. But it's just an idea, I thought, and all fair play to Charlotte Flair. She won, and kudos to her.
I just don't
The
like
match should
the.
be great.
I think I'm getting tired of her just coming in and getting a title
Winning.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
like have a have a blood feud or something. I don't know. Why
Yeah.
does it always have to be for a title?
It's like her career is built around the title. And if she's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
more
title, like,
meaningful to
yeah,
have like a long title reign than have 15 or whatever title reign she has.
fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of Charlotte.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, she's in incredible shape though. She was
Yeah,
like
she
bulking before she got injured, and now she's just like completely toned down. So,
and
um,
is she supposed to be the heel or the face? Is
she's
Tiffy
definitely
supposed
the
to be the
heel.
heel?
She's definitely the heel.
Yeah,
Tiffy's gonna be the face. This is an
yeah.
easy switch for them where they don't even have to like do any promo to like change it up. It's just
It's already starting
people don't really like Charlotte Flair already because they're sick of her. They've
because
seen
she
enough
comes
of
in and
her,
yeah,
and she
yeah,
just comes in, takes it because I'm a Flair, and that's perfect. She can actually use that to her advantage and say, "Yeah, I'm a Flair. It's in our
yeah,
genes. It's in our blood. Like this is who we are.
yeah.
We're championship material, and you can boo me. I don't care."
Just go
Um,
full on heel. That's where
yeah,
she's comfortable
I
at.
I think, and maybe a little new persona. I think the Dark Queen. I mentioned it. I think
That'd
a
be
little
cool.
bit. I think it'd be cool. Come out in like more of a darker outfit.
Yeah.
Um, Charlotte Flair, yeah, whatever. Jey Uso, absolutely
Sup-
best pick.
That was surprising. I
Yes,
did not see it coming,
none of us did.
uh, which I like because
None
it's
of us did.
no, the last few years, for a while, it's always been like, yeah, you can kind of pinpoint one or two or
Yeah,
three guys, right? And they went like off the board,
and that's perfect.
and I'm happy. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very happy. And Jey Uso, what is the best star right now? The most
Mhm.
over star, I should
Over.
say. And in wrestling, you have to go with what's over right now. Who's over? Who has the most heat? Who has the most
Yeah.
love? Just push them because people are gonna like it.
It's
And
storytelling.
yeah,
He's
it's
on a journey
perfect.
to win. Yeah.
It's Muse. It's him.
The crowd
It's
loves it.
oh yeah. I mean, within seconds they're doing it. They're just yeeting. They're just doing their thing within seconds. So in the chamber people are gonna be doing. At Mania that entrance is gonna be insane.
That's gonna be wild.
I wonder how long it's gonna take for him to get down there, but
Yeah.
if there was like a little bet, I'd probably bet like over 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
But Jey Uso, there was so much stars that we all overlooked him. We just thought, you
Yep.
know what, like he's good, but there's no way he's gonna win.
No.
And Triple H said, nope, he's gonna win, and you're gonna realize it one sooner or later. And yeah, he won. And once CM Punk got thrown out, I was like, damn. And it was, of course, it's by Logan Paul because of the whole I never
Yeah.
lost to Logan Paul thing. And then it's Cena and Jey Uso, and
I
everyone's like, Cena's winning. They're actually doing it.
yeah, he's taken. Yeah.
And then Cena goes flying off. And I think at that moment, when we saw Cena midair, we're like, is he going to do like a
I
Kofi
was shocked.
Kingston thing where he tries to
Yeah.
hold on? Or is this it? Like, that's it.
Well, when it was Cena and Jay, I still didn't think it was going to be Jay. I was like, wow, they're really throwing us a curve here because they had Cena on the Elimination Chamber. I was like, oh, okay,
Yes.
it was like a red herring. Like,
Yeah.
I still did not think that Jay was going to win. I was like in absolute shock, and I don't remember the last time I was in that much shock
Yeah. No,
over
it's
a wrestling
phenomenal.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like a pause of silence when he won. I was like, he just
Oh,
won.
yeah,
He
yeah,
just won. And then I was like, yeah, he just won. Like, wow. Nothing else you could really say. And it took a bit of time, but yeah, it makes sense. He is the most over guy right now on that roster. He deserves it.
Yep.
He deserves to go to have a rematch with Gunther, and he's gonna get that now. It's official for WrestleMania,
Mhm.
and yeah, he's gonna win the championship. Whether it's a long reign or not, he gets his moment.
He gets it. Well
Every
deserved.
year, it seems like there's one guy, like you had Kofi Mania, you had
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. I mean, I guess Zack Ryder had his moment years ago. I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
guys
with the
who have.
Intercontinental.
Right.
Uh,
Um,
I'm sure there's a tag team. I'm blanking on now.
KO and Sammy,
Yeah,
WrestleMania 39, their main event,
right.
they had their moment. Um, yeah, so this is Jey Uso's singles moment where he's gonna win, and it's the perfect match where, I mean, yeah, you could make it the main event if you want, or it could start either night.
Yeah, main event is so it can be any. It's so loosely named in WrestleMania because you can wrestle, you can main event, and you can be the main event and open the show.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the thing. Like it's
so it
I
doesn't need to
think
be the
they've
closer.
it doesn't need to be the closer, but like the Royal Rumble used to be like the main thing used to be
Yeah,
you win it, it's the closer. It's happened where it wasn't. Like Sheamus won that one year and he had the squash match with Bryan and it was the first match of 28. Um but most of the time like you win
yeah.
the Royal Rumble, you're going to the main event of WrestleMania. But now that it's two
Mhm.
nights, you have options, I think,
You
compared to
have
before.
yeah, and you have the women's
Yes.
because you have the women's and then so do you main event the world heavyweight title? Do you main event
I think
with
last year,
Cody like
well, last year Cody main evented it because that just made
Cody
sense.
and yeah, and then the tag match the night before, right?
That
Like with
was
The
the
Rock and
30, yes. And it was the same thing on 39. It was a tag match and then it was um
yeah,
a one-on-one and both Rumble winners other than Cody, well, like the woman, they were like first or second match of WrestleMania 40. So, you have
do you think
options.
do you think a women's match will main event this year, or it doesn't look as
No.
yeah,
Charlotte
doesn't look
Flair and Tiffy could
as
be
big
like
as
it could be like night two starter match.
yeah,
Night one starter match, Jey Uso and Gunther,
yeah.
something like that, or vice versa, swap them. I don't know if you want to do two main men titles on the same card though. That's the thing, like the major ones. You probably want to switch
No,
them
you
up.
kind of want to split.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'd split it.
but
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on who's going to win the women's
the chamber.
chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
that
get
will
to that
obviously
next
be
week.
for next week. I already have my pick for that.
Yeah, eh?
Um,
Okay. I
I
can't
think
wait
I
to hear it.
have it set in stone. Like I'm pretty locked in on this one. Um, but yeah, let's talk about a little bit more about what's been going on, with the wrestling world since and leading up to what we have set up here for the chamber. Well, KO and Sammy, that's the perfect matchup to be in Toronto for. I'm actually most excited for that matchup. Unsanctioned,
Non-sanctioned. Yeah.
just two Canadians in arguably the biggest Canadian venue you can have a wrestling show in. Um, we know both guys are gonna get a big pop when they come out because they're loved here in Toronto, all across Canada, I should say. And it's a big fight feeling for both of these guys. Um, I hope Rogers Center brings it and it electrifies that stadium even more. Like I hope just before the match starts, they have a little like moment where they kind of look around because they're with all us Canadians and then they just go at it. They just go at it, and I hope because I don't know what other matches he's really gonna add to the card. I really hope that H just gives them time. Just give them time. Let these two work and put on a 5-star match.
Do we have a list of matches?
We have a
Have
few.
you
I mean,
looked
they
at
have
the?
like the chamber matches, and then
Yeah.
KO and Sammy. I think there's a Trish Stratus match,
Yeah,
which
is it a
she
tag
came
team
back.
with?
Yeah, she came back on SmackDown to help Tiffy.
Yeah.
Pointless match, but it's a match nonetheless. Yeah, those are the four matches. It's the two chamber matches, and then those two are the matches right now. And
I'm and which sorry, go ahead.
I know they're gonna probably add one more, but if they left it at four and made this unsanctioned match 40 minutes, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to that, and I would love that. Just to see these guys brawl everywhere. Come up to the 200s where
Oh
me and
yeah.
Tyler are gonna be, and yourself, I think,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna be a little bit sections down.
Yeah, I'm at 232, I believe.
Yeah.
Or one. I don't know.
Come up to the 200s and let us see this brawl. I would not be opposed to that. That's how excited I am for this match. So yeah, it doesn't get
Me
better than
too.
that, in my opinion. As a Canadian wrestling fan, like two guys just going at it, that's great. And then obviously, yeah, you have yeah, Tiffy and Trish Stratus kind of just doing like I guess a tag team match. It makes sense, I guess, for Stratus Toronto, but
Yeah.
we've seen her so many times now. It's like, okay,
Yeah. I thought
it's
the
getting
last one
old.
was going to be her last time.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I guess she just
Was the
doesn't
last one
stop.
Charlotte or?
Oh, I don't even remember now.
Oh man.
That was 2019. That was in Toronto, but we went to a live show and she was there doing stuff with Becky. I remember
Right.
that. She's always shown
Yeah.
up in Toronto. I mean, Money in the Bank, she still showed up. Announced John Cena. She always finds a way to get on the show. It's because she's
Right.
from Toronto. It makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. Her taking like time though from other stars though. I think there's a line that eventually has to be cut.
Yeah.
She still can wrestle, no doubt. But you're cutting into like other future talents' time potentially to showcase their talent. That's all
Of
I'm
course.
thinking.
Yeah.
And then chamber matches are set up. Both are stacked. The men's
Yeah.
obviously is the most stacked chamber match we've had in years. I've not seen a chamber match this good, honestly, since like the early stages of this chamber stipulation,
Right. You're.
where you have like three or four guys who are like anyone can win.
Yeah.
I remember when he had like Triple H, Randy Orton, Goldberg, Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, like who?
Yeah.
Who do
Everyone
you
was a
act-
top star.
Like and now you got Cena, Punk. When it was Cena, Punk, Logan already, I'm like, that's great. Now you add Drew McIntyre, Priest in for more power moves into that match, and then you have Seth Rollins, who's obviously always going to put on a good show. It's a phenomenal chamber, and I can't wait. And then you got the women's Liv Morgan, be it Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez. It's up. I mean, like few people here could win. Roxanne Perez again, great to see that
I'm
she's being showcased.
I'm all over the place and I can't decide. I'm probably gonna have to pick last second because
Yeah,
especially with the men's. Now that they threw me off at the Rumble, I
crazy,
don't know
right?
where they're going.
like I think everyone's like after that Cena speech, and he's
It's
so
gotta be-
determined, and he's so determined, and he's gotten me. I still think it could be Cena, and I
But
might just
there's
end up going with
also-
Cena.
That's what I think too. But there's also Money in the Bank.
I know,
There's SummerSlam. Yeah, I don't know.
but okay. If Cena loses, what is WrestleMania for him this year? What is it, right?
It's true. That
Like
is-
Punk's got how many favors does he have? Two? One favor? A few?
One favor. Yeah,
Is it just one?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I think it's one.
Like does he maybe use it in this chamber? Does he save it to get to WrestleMania
I
if he
think it.
loses? Is it a long term? I don't know.
Yeah. I think if Roman was in this chamber match, and Roman won, and then he used the favor to get in the match to make it a triple threat. But I don't know what else.
Do we see Roman return here? Because you can't have the road to WrestleMania without Roman being part of it.
Right. Because
like, does Roman return in this match?
March 1st, and then WrestleMania is
April 18th and 20th.
Yeah.
It's Easter, literally.
Oh, wow.
Randy has to show up. You can't have WrestleMania without Randy. He's not actually injured. He's just kayfabe right now. It's just storyline.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to think about, right? And, obviously we're not giving up any of our predictions here on this episode, but...
No.
And what are they going to do?
I wonder if we'll see Cody in Toronto.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he shows up. I don't know. Like, this whole Solo
he might
thing.
come after the match. And
is that the fifth match? Did they just do Cody and Solo again? Even though I saw that in Cleveland. Do I want to see that? I don't really want to. I'd be like...
I don't really want to.
Unless they set something up for Fatu. But I kind of want them to,
There's a lot going on. I think...
Let's talk about Fatu. Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Would I be a fan of them two, Solo and Fatu, going right at it at WrestleMania? Cool. But then it's kind of rushed. I don't want it to be rushed. I'd rather they milk it out and set it up for, like, SummerSlam. Because they've done it. Roman Reigns has had build-ups for months, and we don't even realize it's actually months. He just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. It's really all you have to do. It's just don't show up for certain parts. And you're like, oh, that was a month ago? Yeah. It was a month ago that this happened. And now we're 3 months later, and Bloodline Rules is now set up.
Keep. I think you're right. Keeping the tension going. I think if the breakup happened now, it would be a little too soon because you want to see the cracks form.
Yeah.
And if you see it in 3 weeks and then going to WrestleMania, I think you're right. That's a little too quick.
Right? But Fatu, man, he can speak, he can perform, he can do it all. He's a star. And the fact that he was 18 and he was actually in prison at the time, and he I guess he had access to TV, and he saw his brothers up there with Tamina, and he's like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Gets out of prison. This guy's an animal and just a natural talent at wrestling. It's like it was meant for him. It's crazy.
Did you end up getting his shirt the last time?
No.
I was thinking about getting it this time. It's pretty sweet. The red one with the black Wolverine.
The Wolverine? I think it's like a Wolverine or a wolf. He's supposed to be like the black wolf or something. I don't know, something like that. I'm sure he's gonna have merch. You gotta check the you gotta go. It's probably gonna be at the Rec Room. That's where it was for Money in the Bank, but it wasn't really advertised. But on SummerSlam, they were advertised it a lot. They have the WWE Superstore, so I'm definitely gonna check it out.
For sure.
We do go. We were talking about meeting some wrestlers because they're doing meet and greets throughout the week leading up to the Chamber. Got to figure out where they'd have that Superstore located because they have way more merch at those stations compared to the arena. Plus, the arena's gonna be really packed. Like, I'm not trying to wait. Forever.
I looked. They're selling tickets now. Like,
oh yeah,
they got a little more about halfway, a little more than halfway, half of the stadium. But I think if they sell out more, I think they'll open up more sections.
Yeah.
The floor isn't. There's still a lot of seats on the floor. They're expensive.
They're really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised how cheap I got my tickets.
Yeah.
Compare it when we both bought ours. Well, I was one of the first people in somehow. I don't know how that happened, but
Yeah.
I got in, and I think within like 20 minutes or so, like there was like 10 or there was like 1,000 people ahead of me, and I'm like, I got my tickets, dude. And you told me how much, and I'm like, what? You're like 3 sections next to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe you're a little
Yeah.
closer, but like, what?
But I don't think it'll make a difference. Yeah.
It's that I gotta cue that meme up. Maybe our editor can do that. The what?
Yeah.
Like, what? It made no sense. But
No.
we've talked about this is the money era for WWE. Like they're milking in so much money, and it's
People want to go and they'll pay.
I'm telling you, the
Like,
moment Money in the Bank ended, I looked for SummerSlam tickets because I just, you know what? I was like, Cleveland, it's not that far. Little trip. I want to go. And then boom, I went. Like it was boom. And it was a resale.
did that
But
was it 2 years now? I went to Elimination Chamber in Montreal.
yes, you went to the
that was a
Chamber
good
in
little trip.
Montreal. Yes, so you've
Yeah,
seen the
that was
Chamber in
fun.
person. I can't wait to see the Chamber
Yeah,
in
it's
person.
it's um it's a little difficult to see, but
Yeah,
it's still
yeah,
enjoyable. I was in the
I
300, so I was more
okay,
on an angle. So
yes,
I'm curious to see how Rogers Center will be set up and the layout and everything.
yeah. Hopefully, it'll
It's
help
going to be
being a little
fun.
bit from a distance, because then you're kind of high up and you can kind of see
Yes,
maybe a little bit more. Because I feel like the floor, like everyone's standing
at the
and
hockey
stuff.
at the hockey arena, you're more
Yeah, you're on an
like in the
angle.
300s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the bell
No, it's
singers.
I can't wait.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait. Like at least when they come to Toronto, they do like stipulation pay-per-views so far. Like Money in the Bank was a stipulation pay-per-view. Now we're getting the Chamber. We've had SummerSlam. I'd love a Royal Rumble. I would
Give us a
love it.
Royal Rumble.
I would love it. But honestly, I'd
Like
like having the cell.
obviously,
I'd like to see the cell.
yeah, but they don't do.
They don't.
Yeah, having a cell match would be fun.
If they do like a Bad Blood
But they
again,
just do it like yeah.
something like
Give us a
that.
Rumble.
That would be sick.
Come on,
That would be really
H.
cool. And then next year it's
You'll
in
fill
Saudi.
up the Rogers Center. Yeah.
Yeah, which I know a lot of people have different views on that one, but
Yeah.
it's the Rumble. They can't
Don't
mess that
like it.
one up in Saudi.
I know.
They can't. They cannot. Um,
No.
Bat 2 is amazing. With Jey Uso winning that belt, Dirty Dom to me becomes a number one potential prospect for that Money in the Bank briefcase now,
That'd be cool.
and he'd win it and would hold on to the briefcase for a bit, and he'll cash in, and he could win. I think that's a realistic guy he could cash in on, and the fans would be behind it, because maybe Jey Uso's been on the title run. It's getting a little bland. I know it's crazy to think that
Yeah.
Jey Uso getting bland, but hey, it's possible. Um, and Dirty Dom just comes in and boom. That would be
There's
iconic.
that was that would be really good. There's just so many people that I want to have the title, like to win a title. Like I'd like Balor to win the title again.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens. I want Sami Zayn to win the world title. Yeah, like you were saying, Dom one day. But like, no, I want Punk to win a title again.
Punk
Um,
needs it.
yeah, like I want to see a run.
Yeah.
The
Number
the thing,
434.
like, who takes the title off Cody?
See, this is the thing, though. Okay, let's say Cena wins. I think Cena's gonna win. You can't
We'll
have
see.
Cena lose at Mania. You know how depressing everyone would be? Everyone would just be like, it
It's
would be like the
true.
streak all over again. Everyone would be like, really? And then, you know what, though? You know what? Bold move if they do it. Cody heel turn.
Bold.
Cody heel turn. He just crushed everyone's dreams in that whole arena and all people watching around the world for 17. And he did it.
Yeah.
That would be bold. And I respect it.
It
At
would
first,
also,
I'd be a little mad. I would be a little mad. I'd be like,
I
come on,
would,
you really did that H? But then it's like, you know what? If they make this the proper angle and they make Cody go heel, I'll like it. Because then I'd bring
brings the
something new to
Bullet Club.
Cody. The Bullet Club, obviously, it's Styles. What if Styles wins the championship, right? At Mania, he beats Braun Breaker. Cody keeps it. Finn Balor wins something, and they just come together and too sweet.
That'd
That'd
be
be
sweet.
insane. Monday Night Raw after Mania. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot that could happen. The road to
Yeah.
WrestleMania is open for anything and everything to happen. Whatever H wants to bring at us. And I know us fans are gonna either really like it or hate it. But that's wrestling fans. And you know
I'm
what?
I'm
Sit back and
I'm
watch it.
here for the ride,
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly. And I like how it's just we don't know where it's going, so take us for the ride. Let's do
Yeah.
this. I wanna.
It's perfect.
I'm
It's always
entertained.
good.
Yeah.
Can't wait. And I can't I'm really glad that they chose Toronto to be part of the road to WrestleMania with the Chamber. Great venue, great location to do it. Um, we got spoiled the past like year or so here. So
Yeah.
if they don't come back for a few years, I understand. I'm not gonna be heartbroken. Um, but we're consistent. We are.
Yeah.
This
For
is a
3
real.
years,
This is a big test. This will be a big test for Roger Center. I hope we can sell out, or at least majority, and I hope at least the crowd is just really loud. Um,
I think they will. Yeah.
I think so. I think so. Well, nonetheless, Tony, that is all the time we have for this week's episode of the Frogcast. Next week, Chamber predictions episode will probably be out midweek, almost hitting Friday, I would assume. Chambers on Saturday. Friday Night SmackDown's on Friday. I know you're going to SmackDown. We are not. We just had to skip out this time. Tickets were still too much to go to both
Yeah.
for us at least. But yeah, SmackDown should also be pretty cool next week on SmackDown. Maybe they do some title matches like tag titles or something. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully.
You can follow us on our Instagram page at the 5-Star Frogcast, TikTok, subscribe to our YouTube at the 5-Star Frogcast. Tyler will be back next week. It is confirmed for
Maybe.
the predictions.
Oh, is he?
We don't know, but from what I've been told, he should be here. Should be back. Hopefully not with
Well.
the bandage and the head wrap, but oh man, Tyler. But and also be on the lookout on our YouTube page for the Chamber vlog because we were obviously going to do that. Potentially meeting some WWE superstars. I don't know.
You can see the
Maybe.
champ
You could see the champ. The champ will be
live
on
and in
the
living
vlog.
color.
Yes. But Tony, you know what? It is time to ring that bell and close us out here.
Ding 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 ding.
And we'll catch you in the next one.